Pfizer, baby, just slip a syringe under the tree for me. It's been an awful year, Pfizer, baby, and this pandemic tonight. Moderna, baby, 54 million times 2 ought to do. Stored below 32, Moderna, baby, and this pandemic tonight. Think of all the stuff I've cleaned. Think of all the people that I haven't seen. Next year could return to normalcy if you give us that sweet vaccine. Pfizer, baby, I want a shot, and really that's not a lot. Wore my mask all year, Pfizer, baby, so end this pandemic tonight. Moderna cutie, one thing I really do need, the deed to all your factories, Moderna, baby, end this pandemic tonight. Come inject my left arm with some RNA that will work like a charm. I really do believe that you won't cause any serious harm. Pfizer, baby, forgot to mention one little thing, a ring, 'cause I was supposed to get married this year. Pfizer, baby, end this pandemic tonight. I really think the end is in sight. End this pandemic tonight.
Alright. How's everyone doing? Happy holidays, happy holiday period, happy everything that has to do with this period of our lives in which stress, of course, increases dramatically. So if you resisted until now, it's over. Things can only get more unimportant than this. At least more unimportant than this. At best, better than this. So it's a wonderful day. Let me just close up some things around here because we're gonna have a Christmas story tonight. We're gonna remember some things. We're gonna see where we are today. Might it be because of where we were, of where I was at least, on this time last year. And where have I arrived 1 year later? Exactly 1 year later. Not exactly 1 year later, because I don't know if I evolved or not. Of course, I didn't. Maybe a little, but not too much. However, things really did change, didn't them? Didn't it? Them? I don't know. Now, I've saw an interesting comment, which is that my videos aren't appropriate for kids. Oh, you saw the post and you remember. Okay. No, it was due to Markiplier, OnlyFans, or due to the black lady in the hotel screaming and beating people up while naked. I wasn't. I don't think I was. I was really, really depressed last year. I am always floating. Thank you. It's more beautiful to float than to have your feet on the ground, isn't it? With time, we will all learn to float a little bit. But it also keeps the image entertaining because this stream is far from entertaining. However, we have a little laughs here and there. It's a good period to go. As I said, the vibe of the Christmas ghost. Nice to meet you. And you have an interesting. Is it a? Yeah, you have an Arab name. I think it's Arabic, right? Because when I tried to. Oh, this is pretty cool. Let me show it to you. Let me turn on the display. Turn some things here and there. Now this thing, Ahmed. Salam alaikum, Ahmed. Now a normal name, like European names, if I wanna select them, they will be selected like this. But you see the Arab names, Ahmed, I have to. Oh, it can. Oh, it's very hard to select it. Check this out. But if we're going like this in the other direction, it's not that hard. Here you can go one place and the other. That's just a small interesting thing I didn't know about. Now, where is that image that I just whipped out in the last 5 minutes before the stream because I was too lazy to actually prepare for this? Not lazy, but I just had the idea before, but it's in this folder. Damn, you know what I need on this computer? More folders. More folder. Yeah, yes, it is written to right to left. I saw that. I saw a dude writing in both directions. Dude was pretty cool. And I think you have the singing part as well. Or is it just only in the Quran? The singing part. But until then, there it is. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go, because the story that we're gonna... Well, when they say something that is written in the Quran and they say it in a melodic way, I don't know, people, I didn't speak in Arabic with people. But when I listen to some lectures and everything, well, in English, but they say it first in Arabic, they bring a little thing into the fire, into the discussion, so I was ready for it. Now this is the Christmas spirit past. Let's start with the Christmas spirit past. Actually, let's put some music on. Okay, so it's just the Quran, it's not in normal speaking, like if you read some normal text when somebody... Oh, nice to know. I did learn something new today as well. But let's put some laughing in the background, just copyright. Okay, there we go. Should be good. Just putting on minimal. Okay, like this, so we can talk about the Christmas past and where were we last year, 2022. I was not drunk on the 25th or on Christmas because most surely I was supposed to work after just coming back from my COVID illnesses, because I do remember I was struck with it a couple of 1 week or 2 weeks before Christmas. It was not as important, not as powerful, because I just had 1 day of temperature and then just feeling tired for a couple 2 days. This is 2021. After all, it was 2021. I was used to it. Everyone was used to it. Everyone was getting the flu, as we might call it, the flu, here and there. Everyone was angry. Nobody trusted anyone. It was a bad year for many of us. Let's be honest. It wasn't the best year. People were telling other people what to do everywhere. The shots were forced on everyone. Neither the evidence or the tests were done required to prove that this thing, we're not gonna say its name, because we know what YouTube does with everything related to this. I was still on my journey to quit smoking, as I didn't. I never did. But always try. And people were still there. Everyone was annoyed, nobody had any free time. I met a lot of people just telling me to take the shot. Take the shot. It's gonna save the world, don't you know? Even though it was already proven that it does not stop transmission. But there it was, everyone was vaccinated at some point in... Almost everyone was vaccinated at the place where I worked. But curiously, we were all having this disease. And since we were temp workers, nobody was going to admit that we have it. Because this is the first thing when all of this started in 2020. What are people gonna do? What are the authorities, the parliament, the leaders going to do with the people that barely make it by? Because they're gonna need to do stuff to get some money, to get some food, to get their things, their vices, their needs, their children needs, their family needs. But no, all you'd have to do is take the shot and to stay in your house and survive. It was a wake-up call, this past that we had. A past that it was never about people in power taking the shot, because people already knew that it's not worth it. They did made a lot of publicity every time one took a shot, like they were Jesus Christ. Like, oh, I'm doing this for millions of people that were that died or that lost their lives to this disease, so I'm taking this shot to, I don't know what for, because it didn't prevent anything. And actually, I would show some data, not show some data, I would talk about some data that shows that those who took it are more likely to get it. For 3 times more likely to get it after if they had the shot. That was pretty awesome. And they're still trying to do it, but now nobody cares. I know more people that took the shot and felt bad after it than people that felt good after. Yeah, I don't know someone who actually felt awesome or was protected. Like, I know people that took it, but they also got it, so we were in the same boat. But it was a good year. It was a good year to find out how people say they act and how people act. It was a good lesson to have in our life, I guess, in our generation, to see that what they say is not what they do. They just want you to do stuff, and if things go alright, they will take the bounty for solving the problem. But of course they never did it. I think Biden got the shots, but seeing how he acts right now, I don't think that was a good idea. Stumbling into walls, talking to walls, pooping himself in front of the Pope. That one was the best. Oh, that one was the best. Where was it? Can I find it? Oh, let's go, Brandon. Biden. Oh, just give me a few seconds. Here. Room. Where was it? Ah, if I can find it. Oh, that was a great moment. Imagine being a president, talking about things, and then something happening. Nothing happening apparently, but all of a sudden the room is cleared by the president's team. Biden team clears room. It's not like edited clip. No, it's not this. No, this one wasn't. So many weird things. Now I can't find it. It has to remain in our memory, I guess. The moment that Biden went to the Vatican, met with the Pope, and a few seconds into the meeting, the room is cleared since he probably shot himself. That's how it will remain in my story, at least. The nofap thing, it's still going alright. I still have some what do you call them? Some relapses, you might call them, but relapses mean that you just continue doing it every day. Usually I go like 1 month, and if it gets too strong after 1 month or 2 months, I just give it a go if I feel very, very bad. But it's usually due to the fact that I keep losing this battle with smoking, and as I do smoke and feel bad, it kind of gets back from takes from the confidence that NoFap gives me. That's one of the things that's annoyed me a lot. And February of this year was kind of the worst. It's not like I relapsed in NoFap, but afterwards I did, since in February I started smoking a lot because I was home from not being able to work because I had some medical interventions, and afterwards I didn't have the same traction because I had 1 month worth of work and money to recuperate, since the state only gave me $30 for staying 1 month home. It was a learning curve for me that, hey, it's better to work, find a stable job, and not go in places where they will take everything for you, because you will feel leashed, you will feel pressured, and with pain as well. It's alright, but I'm still loving the NoFap thing. I'm not trying to label myself into the easy peasy method. Let me just search it and see. I know I read about it, but let's see. Listening to audio, the easy peasy method, but I'm still honestly a little. What exactly is the method? Huh? Okay, let's remember. Okay, the most important point is simply eliminating the brainwashing that the P causes. The brainwashing is that P tricks the addict into managing that there are advantages gained when they use it. Yeah. The reality is that there aren't, of course. Realizing this removes the addict need for P. I don't use a lot of prawn when I'm doing it. That's also another thing that because I already know that I'm removing the pressure, and sometimes I do, but yeah, that shit's not good. Okay, so Assalamu alaikum. There is a dude over here, and okay, let me just turn this image off. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. I'm glad you asked. The method has a 95% success rate. Yes, you heard that clear. Isn't that remarkable? It works ridiculously easy and has helped many be free. The only reason it doesn't work is because of fear or still wanting to PMO. This method works in the reverse, as in your ignorance made you sin. Once you educated yourself, you'll never go back, and basically it's supremely easy. I recommend Stress. Life is stressful, and even minor stresses can bring urges to someone. Indeed. After PMOing, they feel a boost. No, I just feel like... I think you know how we feel after PMO. But how is your adventure going? But have far more tension than someone who isn't addicted. Indeed. Prawn destroys your nerve and courage, leaving delta FOSB to form powerful neural water slides in its wake, progressively destroying your ability to say no. Indeed, that's how I am with smoking mostly. Prawn does not relieve your nerves, rather it destroys them. Also, you get pushed into crossing the red line, and when you fight against this or succumb to the temptation, that generates more stress. Of course. Boredom. When you have things to occupy your mind that aren't stressful, you probably won't get the urges. Indeed, I know. But we'll get into this boredom thing a little bit more, because it's a doozy. But when you are bored and have nothing to do, then you have nothing to distract yourself from the stress, and thus you turn to supernormally stimuli. Boredom is just a state of mind. In reality, prawn makes you more bored as it encourages novelty seeking. Indeed. Concentration. Prawn is a distraction which prevents you from having concentration. When a non-user has a mental block, they don't turn to prawn, they just get with it. Relaxation. Prawn is not relaxing. No, it is not. It's a frantic search for the right video, plus hiding it from others, plus training on the last leash of crossing over the ley line. Indeed. So how is that relaxing? The prawn addict can never be relaxed. The addict can never be there. There is another smoking analogy. Smokers are relaxed after they smoke, but they're nervous and upset when they can't smoke. It's the same with prawn. Non-users don't get nervous when they don't watch prawn, because in reality prawn is the thing making you feel like uncomfortable and thus need relaxation. PMO increases stress and in some cases is the root. PMO makes you more bored. PMO doesn't help with concentration, rather it makes you distracted. PMO doesn't make you relaxed, rather it makes you uneasy and easily irritated. Exactly. It's the same as smoking, indeed. Well, it's an addiction. And after all addictions have most of a root cause, and that's basically a need that isn't fulfilled. And I'm quite aware of it, and I've tried a lot here, and I'm still trying more things. But I moved from a larger city to a smaller city in France, by the way. And it's pretty boring, and I know it's pretty boring, and that's mostly the reason why I smoked. I smoke like a chimney some days. I lost my bro since he's in a country and I'm in another country, so we can't do stuff together anymore. And it's I know it's possible, everything is possible to be left, but sometimes some say that you need a helping hand, a golden hand, the exact moment, the best moment, but for me, I know that moment will never come if I'm waiting for it, so what I can do is try to make things and do more activities, create more, do this little stream so I won't. Well, now I'm not smoking in the house anymore during the streams, but doing more while thinking less about what I have to do. And I know it's it is the same energy, because in the morning I do feel like horrible because I know there's nothing to do. The job I have is not the best, but there aren't many jobs for immigrants here that are the best. I will, of course. I will do it. Let me see, how much is it? Amazon. Easy peasy matter. The easy peasy matter. Writing. Alan Carr's is ways to. Oh no, this is Alan Carr's with easy to stop smoking. What's it called? I do have a lot of problems with getting motivated by books, though. But I do need a book to read this year, so why not this be it? The easy peasy method PDF. Oh, I have it. Introduction about the book. How long is it? 103 pages. Sure. I mean 99. Let's say 99. Well, I know what my challenge for this rest of the year is. So yeah, challenge accepted. See if I can end it until 6 days. 6 days of reading should be enough. And I'll see what I can do with it, but thanks. It does help. It does say a lot. Maybe I will learn something new about addiction, though. I have been to every addiction possible. I did have. So once one goes, another one will go. Easy peasy. Thank you, Ahmed. You are you gave me a challenge for this year. As now we should go back into the past of what happened this year as well, in 2022, as the pull out from. Oh yeah, do you remember there was a pull out from Afghanistan? A disaster pull out from Afghanistan, people falling from the sky. Another thing we can't show, as people start noticing, because there were more and more people were noticing that the V's don't work. The V's don't work. We're always. I will let you know. I will let you know how it goes. But it's a long time coming, and maybe this year, 2023, is really the year of the Chad, and we're gonna train civilization into the wall, but not into the World Economic Forum wall, because that would be a total dystopia. But yeah, there we were, talking about how ineffective all that humanity did in 2021 was, how actually it was totally counterproductive what we did to IQ, to civilization, to human relationships, and to the economy. And boom, something needs to happen. Bam, we pull out from Afghanistan without notifying anyone. Not we, they pulled out from Afghanistan without notifying anyone, leaving everyone into despair of not knowing what's happening, leaving their money there, helicopters, powers, everything. Oh, that was a hellhole, and it was so bad that everyone just got back into, like, hey, they still don't work, man. These things don't work. These things don't work. And what happened next? Well, Russia. Let's not forget about that current thing that was happening, because we are going another year into death and sickness. Are they still trying to tell you that it's gonna be a year of death and sickness? And sickness, the unvaccinated. White House. I still. Was this the one? Oh, this was the one. Oh, I loved it. Where was it? Can I see the tweet? For the it's always been going downhill. Yeah, but it is described that this year, it is prophesized that this year is the year that things start taking a weird turn, because the artists are coming back. There's new forms of art that are prophesized that will bring new ways of thinking, which I gladly accept. But this one, the White House press briefing, in which they were said that for the unvaccinated, you're looking at a winter of severe illness and death for yourselves, your families, and the hospitals you may soon overwhelm, because you have other problems than COVID, since it was actually shown that unwillingly, but eventually it was shown that 80% of the people going into the hospitals were not because main reason it wasn't the COVID, they just happened to have COVID at the same time. That was the last winter last year. That was what date was it? December 17, 2021. This is how the White House was preparing you for the year. But then we saw what the White House is able to do, as we've seen that the only thing they were able to do is siphon money to the Democrats from one part to the other, and now to the Ukraine war, siphoning every day millions and billions and millions and billions and millions and millions to some kind of shell companies that have nothing to do with the war, just that they know people that are into this. Zelensky's taking trips around the world telling people to donate them more money, because why not? Why the hell not? Wouldn't you do this if you're in a war? And you know, that Zelensky that was there with his colleagues in the front in the first day, of course, and then he started doing shows like he always did, because he's an actor. He's an actor, everyone. And he's an actor that likes how the Democrats are going, because they know only one way to go. Checklists, bulletproof, and more documents to hide where the money is going from. That was always the case. When you cannot prove where the money goes, it's the best investment. Like you have a shell company, which is war in Ukraine, for example, and you're funding that, and you're funding Pfizer as well, for example. Everywhere on TV you can say it. Moderna, printing money for everyone. And then when the time comes and the piper comes for his pay, well, who's gonna pay? Who's gonna pay? Who pays right now? Who pays for the war? For the high prices? Huh? That's your Christmas for you. How was Christmas shopping this year? Was it a little more expensive that you thought? Just for buying a couple of things, was it more expensive? Because someone has to pay those taxes for losing those money. Because I know I did like a $300 for 4 persons, just like that, and just small things. The income hasn't really changed a lot, because bosses and these entrepreneurs will always pay the minimum they can afford, because what I've learned, and hopefully this will be a good lesson for you all, that if you are an immigrant, or if you're starting in a firm anywhere, and you don't know, it's not like you don't know, you're not in a blood relative of those people, you won't get a higher salary. And they will always try to take advantage of the little they give. They will try to take advantage of every penny. So make sure in your adventures to try to learn more skills, and always learn something more, and don't always tell it to your boss what you've learned. Don't show off to him. Just leave your skills on. Make them better. So on the next job that you will search, you will know how to do those things. And then you will be better paid. And also, even though they don't actually deserve it, you know, the whole quitting thing, the silent quitting, in which you just act your wage. Now it is okay in most companies in which they don't allow you to do basically nothing, just work and work and work with barely any pauses. Well, with one pause sometimes. I did have this. This was the best part last year. I was having this hernia before the intervention. I said I had hernia, and with it I still needed to work. And if I did a little pause to go and get some water or slow down a bit, they were like, okay, you cannot talk. They are looking at us, and if they see you talk, it's I'm gonna get in trouble. This is what my supervisor told me. Like, if you should just work, don't even talk with the people next to you. Pretty wild to be in a working place where you're not allowed to even speak while you're working. Because I was doing my numbers. I was doing alright, but I could done better. Yeah, it is. The weird thing is that most of them were black back there. And I understand why. It's more than slavery there, but it's the way of these patrons to just gamble on the fact that you don't really have any other choice. And they know it. For the people that are coming from other countries, they probably don't know the language or don't have legal documents, as many of those didn't have. I knew some, I didn't tell to anyone, but that's why people accept. So if you don't accept, like, they're gonna get a new one. If you talk much, if you know your colleagues or how to work, efficiently to get those numbers up, they will throw you out. There was an old lady back there that was working, and one night I was doing some great numbers because I was just trying to do as much as I can to pass the time faster. And when she saw the numbers I was doing, she's like, oh, you're gonna become a supervisor, you're gonna become a boss with those numbers. And I gotta say, no, I won't. Who's gonna promote someone that does a lot of work to a place where they don't have to do that much work? That's just bad. That would be just a bad boss, after all. And that was the lesson I learned. Don't overdo too much, because the more work you do, the more they will get used to doing work. However, learn to do your work, I want to say perfectly, or but not perfectly. Just know how to control your work and your steps, just so you can have some wiggle room always. That's the way that it was always done. Show a lot of enthusiasm without doing as much. That's the way to do it. And as we finished with the Ukraine war, because it became unimportant, the money went into one place or the other. We got to the point where Twitter was taken over. Or did something else happen in between? Did something else happen in between in the past? What else happened in the past? Between Biden pooping his pants in front of the Pope. Oh yeah. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Because this totally was the reason I wanted to do a stream today. I saw this and I was like, yeah, okay, let's do Ghost of Christmas Present Dortenstein. What was his name? Oh, just give me a few seconds, chat. Just give me a few seconds. Not a lot of seconds, but some seconds. It's this. Because I just saw it today and I didn't download it, but I kept it in one of my 100 tabs. So I think it's better to just scroll over them. The vaccine supply is okay. Not that one. France. Oh, come on. I know it was here somewhere. Now, there's this dude that just posts a lot of what can be called right wing, but I'm not interested in everything of that. I just want to see that. Where was it when Santa came to? Santa came, because it's about Santa. After all, 24th of December, it must be here. How did I see it? Oh, come on. Did I pass it? No, let me... Actually, I think it's okay if I just scroll past it. Okay. Now this will totally click some fields. I think this dude made his where was it? Oh, you see, it's a lot of Alex Jones. I'm not into. Like, I understand it Alex Jones before when it was funny. We're gonna talk about the 15-minute. Come on. Weeks after. Okay, no. Climate change conference. What? Okay, we have to see this. It's necessary that we see this. It's a climate change conference wrap of the COP15. I can't go past this without hearing some rap, especially a climate change rap. It's bound to be very cool. I'm sorry that I'm getting distracted, but I think we should say that we have these abilities now online, so I have ADHD, I guess, because I'm getting distracted by this cool rap song.
Another biodiversity, it's an emergency, and we're on the brink of a million Earth species that are sure to be extinct if we don't change our plan. And there's no planet B. We must change how we plan. We must change how we think. When's the last time you saw a bee be real or smashed up bugs on your car windshield?
Digging the vibe.
Fish in the sea, but there might not be. We got bleached coral reefs. We've got a lot of problems, but we.
We do have a lot of problems. You do have a lot of problems. Oh. First of all is thinking that this is a good idea. Thinking that this approach is a good idea. Just singing, and this is the first problem. The hugest problem that we are offered everywhere. Just doing this kumbaya dance like we know what we're doing.
An emergency, and we're on the brink of a million Earth species that are sure to be extinct.
First of all, if someone does a dance like this, they don't know any solution to whatever your problems are, or whatever what do you call it, objective they fight for. So if you see someone dancing like this,
don't change our plan, and there's no planet B.
They're not gonna help anything. They're just there for acting like they're supporting the current thing, and they're a very important part of the circle, but they're not, because they dance like that.
We must change how we plan. We must change how we.
Oh, we're talking about that. We're talking, but it's not a problem per se. Oh look, she has a mask. Oh look, she's helping the environment. Do you think masks help the environment a lot? Oh, they did. Oh, they did. The coral reefs are now full of this thing, but it's not a problem. It's a situation we're in. It will always be, and we've always been in climate change situation. It's not like it 1 year from another, and as long as there's China over there doing hero numbers on everything we do, it's not our problem.
We think. When's the last time you saw a bee be real or snap?
What? When's the last time you saw a bee? Be real. This year. You see these people, I don't think they ever lived in the countryside for more than a couple of hours.
Real or smashed up bugs.
Smashed on my windshield. Smashed up bugs. Well, again, smashed up bugs in the windshield, you get them only in the countryside where there are multiple bugs in the forests and stuff like that. Of course you can find them in the city, but I'm not going to comment for a little while, I guess. Until the next verse, I guess.
On your car windshield, they might say there's other fish in the sea, but there might not be. We got bleached coral reefs.
Yeah, the other fish in the sea, they are actually fished at an unprecedented rate by China. Now talk to China about this. They're gonna love to hear your opinion. They're gonna love this song.
We've got a lot of problems, but we also have a lot of solutions.
Okay, let's hear the solution. Okay, I'm getting. Oh, no. Where was it? Oh, I want to hear the solution. Oh, the solutions. Come on.
We've got a lot of problems, but we also have a lot of solutions. And we have a beautiful network of youth. So get
Oh yeah, they don't know even how to dance on or actually create a song, but let's see the solutions.
it up for Nico and Alex!
Can anyone hear anything? Dude, do the Joe Rogan thing and put your mic next to your face. Okay, apparently the solution is to speak Spanish. We found it, everyone. The solution to climate change is speaking Spanish. Because I'm the son of the sun and the daughter of the moon. That's what he said. Something hot. Lo mismo. I think it's Spanish, right? Dude is acting. Okay, so the beat is sick indeed, but what is sicker is that when they say that we have solutions, there was a dude speaking Spanish. That's the whole. It's inclusivity. We're gonna speak different languages. That's the solution. We're gonna speak differently, as we always did. Yeah, Spanish, Portuguese, something Latin, Peruvian maybe. But I understood the last thing. No! No! Wait. Stop the same. Now, Was it stop the shame here? Look, here it's stop the shame. And this lady here stole the age. Stop the same. But you know the best thing about this? Is that, listen, she's talking about the land that has been stolen. And look where the camera stops. Take back the land that has been stolen. And then they stop here. Bruh. Merry Christmas. And does she have... Is this a... Now here I like this woman because she's telling us to try some shrooms. I like the shroom. The shrooms are a solution, but I don't know. Dude, what's even written? Let's see if we can make out what's even written. And this was planned, by the way. This was planned. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, am I getting downsized? Oh, am I still here? Am I still here? Please tell me I'm still here. Oh yes. Because I thought we were having another moment. I heard my computer be... Okay, no more rewinding. Because it apparently hurts my computer. Unless I do something very... Okay, we're eliminating some threads over here. That's very good. The computer's supposed to use less RAMs now. But let's see, what are they writing there? Do I need to... What happened? They don't want me. They don't want me to listen to this song and understand what they're actually saying. Stop the same. You know, guys, this is what we should do. We should stop the same.
It's an emergency, and we're on the brink of
It's something. Stop the hashtag. Stop the same.
If we don't change our plan and there's no planet B, we must change how we plan.
Stop the
We must change how we think. When's the last time you
same.
saw a BD real or smash
What? What does stop the same mean?
the bugs on your car windshield?
We're not doing the same things. Well, actually, we're doing the same things, and that's one of the problems. But let's hear some. Let's just pass this. And what is the S doing there? Stop the sames? Okay, this is she's taking the stolen lands back, I guess.
We light the spark, essential wisdom shines bright through the dark. Born
Wild, look at that kid. Who brought me here? Who pays for this? I should be home playing video games. Like, why are you all weird? look at this poor kid's face. Like, this is wild. Why are you all stupid? Why are you all acting like this? You're real cringy, you know. And I feel bad for being here. But here's the thing: you always have to put a child if you want to get some attention, some awe, some. Well, I think he knows what the shrooms are doing, and he's seeing in action. Oh, look at it! Just leave me alone with your lame, with your cringe dance. You don't know what you're doing. I'm here against my will. Leave me alone.
indigenous lands and indigenous hands.
But they always bring kids for visual reducing of testosterone into an interaction. So when you see things like this, you won't feel angry, but you'll feel more aww, because there's a kid in the area and you kind of want to protect it. And then if you look at the message, then you will think, okay, so maybe this message is for kids. He might as well be. Blink twice if you have free will. Come on.
Thank you so much. With the power of music, we can do anything.
Oh, can you? What can we do with the power of music? This is just like those... Oh, the guys from Stranger Things. But I will let this song until the end. I am... Yeah, sympathy and compassion. You got it there.
So me and you and our microbes too need to join together in the name of what's true.
In the name of what's true. In the name of what's true. What's true? Now I know there are a lot of species about to be eradicated, but species are about to be eradicated. Not whatsoever, because we're going everywhere. We're moving closer and closer into the forest. Because why not? Why don't go into places and bring big blocks of cement into places where forests used to live? But don't worry, those forests were used to create a paper where you will sign your contracts, because you need to sign everything on 13 sets of paper. So they will have some things to do, because this is what people do. They do like that paperwork. Oh, you should see my paperwork here in France. I have 2 or 3 books already of paperwork just to say that I'm working. And it doesn't help at the end of the day. You might as well just start working.
Stop the same, change the crew, and start anew earnestly in the name of Earth and her biodiversity.
In the name of Earth and her... What should we do in the name of Earth? You go in the name of Earth? Do you think...
Too need to join together in so much.
Okay, let's see.
Music, we can do anything.
Yeah, we can.
So me and you and our microbes too need to join together in the name of what's true. Stop the same, change the crew, and start anew earnestly in the name of Earth.
I'll stop the same and start anew. That's alright, but it's not catchy, because first you have to understand what is the same before stopping the same, isn't it? We were just talking about it. I think she should read the Easy Peasy as well. Because unless you truly understand where the problem is, like, I'm still waiting for cities to be designed based on wind currents and their surrounding areas to have trees, a lot of trees, but the direction of the wind should be focused by the buildings and the architecture of a city to actually exchange the temperature.
Diversity, humans in the front who are ready for change. Say stop the same. Stop the same. All my people in the...
Oh, is that China over here? Oh, is this China over here? Is this a Chinese seal? I think it is, everyone. I think it is. Stop the same. I think it is. I remember it because I have a banknote with this kind of thing. Is this paid by China? Oh, it would be...
All my people in the back.
Oh, we're going into this. Oh, we're going into the rabbit hole afterwards.
That are facing the facts. Say stop the same. Stop the same. Ready for change. Say stop the same. Stop the same. All my mammals in the back that are facing the facts.
Okay. Who is stopping the same? Oh, you would think that it was a bigger crowd. But this is basically a birthday party, and most of them are filming. Oh, when was this? When was this?
Stop the same. Stop the same. All my creatures of the earth, we are biodiverse. They stop the same. Stop.
Oh, look at it. This is French. Taking action for biodiversity. Well, to take action for biodiversity, first you have to remove this, because this doesn't make us the same. Shouldn't we stop being the same? Ah.
Stop the same. I'm calling on y'all here in Montreal to say stop the same. Stop the same.
And here's the thing, if we want to stop the same, we shouldn't be the same. So altogether shouldn't sing stop the same. What the...
This is our
Where's the kid? Where's the kid?
time.
Dude,
Say
where's the
stop
kid go?
creatures of the
Did they just take him like, hey, you're not funny enough?
Face to the facts. Say stop. Say stop.
Why are you not happy? Where's the kid? Where's the kid, dude? Okay, here he goes. Like, can I go home now? Did they took the kid in the back like, hey, dude, be more happy? We're stopping the same. Oh. Yeah, he went. Let's see. He's not around here. Oh, there he is. I think he's there. Yeah, there he is. Oh, he's alright, everyone. He's alright. He's just surrounded by people filming and dancing weirdly.
Here in Montreal to say stop the same. Stop the same. This is our time.
We're here to stop the same by being the same. You don't get it. It's a...
Nothing will ever be the same.
Nothing will ever be the same,
We
apparently.
want transformative education. We want intergenerational equity.
What?
Equity.
How is one related with the other? How did they...
We want transformative education.
Transformative education. Well, you always have transformative education. If your parents weren't working as much, just kissing the butts of their bosses for you to get an education so you can dress up as a planet, I guess, and telling other people what to do. The first problem of not having is wanting. The more you want, the less you have. I guess all men have to know this. But women don't know this. But who would be there to teach her?
We want intergenerational equity.
What is intergenerational equity? Intergeneration, for everything to be the same intergenerationally? I don't know, you have to work, you have to learn some things and then apply them. You can't have equity if you don't learn things to apply them for the next generation, because if you're having children, you are actually repeating something with new things that you've learned to... That's how evolution works. Intergenerational equity is not evolution. It does not work on an evolutionary scale. Damn it. What is with everyone? You can't save the earth and then you want equity. Do you want to save the earth? Do you want to stop the same, or do you want everything to be the same? Is this some kind of paradox? And why is she not in school?
We want rights for people and
Oh, we want rights for people. Hey, she's such an anarchist. Like, we don't want rights for people. Nobody who in this world wants rights for people? Who in
rights for nature.
Now, it's not rights for nature. Nature has its own rights. Nature has its own thing. We're not the parents of nature. However, we could be friends of nature, but understanding nature, go in communion with nature. But as unnatural as this is, I will never believe these people should be in charge of everything nature related, because everything is so unnatural.
Thank you!
When was this? COP, where was the name? Okay, 2022. It was in 2022. I thought it was in 2021, seeing the mass, but let me see if I can find it. When was it? 2022 biodiversity city conference. When was it? Montreal. No way, this was 1 month. Oh, it was it was in Canada. Of course it was in Canada. Montreal, yeah, in Montreal. Is Montreal in Canada? Oh, was it this one? I think it was this one. It was this month. It was this month. Yeah, it was in Canada. How can you? Where was the people? Where is everyone? How can you act like this in 9th of January 2022 and you're saying stop the same? Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Look at it. Are they kneeling even? I think they're kneeling. Oh, this is such a... Ugh. I'm being sick, but let's see. Oh, in nature... Oh, I thought the conference is critical to meeting. Okay, nature is critical to meeting the Sustainable Development Goals and limiting global warming too. What? Governments from around the world came together to agree on a new set of goals to guide global action through 2030 to halt and reverse nature loss. Now, here's the thing with these conferences. They do unite, they come together, they agree on the set of goals. They don't actually make some actual steps. As you can see, when they talked about solution, a dude started speaking Spanish, telling us that he's the son of the moon and stars, of the sun and moon. But that's what they usually do. They talk, they say like, we're gonna have these goals for 2030, this level of pollution, and that means if it goes over it, it's alright. If it does not go over it, then it's bad, but we will try again next year. This is what always happen. Or we will tax those that are already creating and not reducing it more, which is not actually reducing it, because I met a lot of people that are actually changing brands. This is what they do by saying they reduce it. They're changing brands that say that they have a lesser effect on the environment, even though the quality of the product makes you use double or triple the amount to get the same result of the same substance. So basically you're using something that's less harmful for the environment a little bit, but the quantity you're using is double or triple because the quality is worse, because they were focusing on being less harmful for the environment. So you're actually more harmful for the environment. And the people that are in charge of this are actually the relatives usually of the female kind, relatives and daughters of the company managers or company CEOs or whatever, owners that didn't had any studies or any important studies in a, let's say, in an actual field of innovation other than protect the environment. We already talked about this, and who are the people that are in charge of making sure that you have the least amount of pollution possible to a firm. Like, they give you some numbers. If you don't go below those numbers, it's bad. And what usually tend to do is just hire less people or fire some people, stop the enterprise from working a couple of days. So that means less income, less pay for the workers, more strenuous adventures for the workers. It's a real it's just a real slap fight over there. But what took place at this event that just happened 10 days ago? Adoption of an equitable and comprehensive framework matched by the resources needed for implementation. Now, this sounds like a thing I will use in my CV just to say that I know how to type words on my keyboard. Like, I was a data entry clerk one time, and in my CV I said that I input data from external and internal databases, and I extracted towards other, what was it? Towards their designated action. So this sounds very corporate of nothing happening. Just the only thing that this means is that we talked about what we need to do, and that is we need to stop the biodiversity. This whole thing here, adoption of an equitable and comprehensive framework matched by the resources needed for implementation. Oh, I do remember this office talk. Clear targets to address overexploitation, pollution, fragmentation, and unsustainable agricultural practices. Okay, clear targets to address overexploitation. Okay, did they talk about the overexploitation of the workers that everywhere around the world that are getting the worst the worst treatment when they're working? Because we remember something at Amazon happening, didn't we? Pollution, of course. Fragmentation. You see all these things? They just try to... We won't see... If I... Oh, it's good that it's only this. Let me just read it. This time. A plan that safeguards the rights of indigenous people and recognizes their contribution as stewards of nature. That is actually quite good, but the only thing they did, they had a plan. They didn't actually implemented. They actually came out with a plan like, hey, we will make a plan that safeguards the rights of indigenous people, and we will recognize their contribution as stewards of nature. That's just the plan. It wasn't an implementation of the plan. They just talked about the plan. finance for biodiversity and alignment of financial flows with nature to drive finances towards sustainable investments and stay away from environmentally harmful ones. Finance. Okay, so they're financing biodiversity? How? Do they remove buildings from places where they shouldn't be? No, they're not. They're just I don't even, let's see what took place. Finance for biodiversity and alignment of financial flows with nature to drive finances towards sustainable investments and away from environmentally harmful ones. But which ones? Let's see if we can find something into this rabbit hole, because Goldman Sachs, of course, sustainable finance goal, of course. Finance for pledge. This is a total of 14 trillion in assets have no, you can't. Wait, let me just see if I can add you as a moderator for the time being. Can you share a ring? See if I can do it. What is the private? Okay. Setting targets, but don't make them bad links. Don't give us bad things as we're going through this. We're 1 hour and 27. Oh, we haven't got to the present. This is the Christmas present, everyone. Let me just even bring the image on. It's not time. This was the Christmas past. I didn't finish it, but I did brought it here. Okay, so this is the Christmas present. Forgot about the Christmas present. This is what's happening in the Christmas present. The climate change conference at RAP Montreal. Do they even have more? Okay, now let me see it. Let me just go into this one. Oh. Oh, I haven't seen it. Wait. Christmas. Oh, Christmas present. Come on, let's see. United Nations. Let's see, a global call for concrete action for the elimination of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance, and a comprehensive implementation of and follow-up to the Durban Declaration of Program of Action, resolution adopted by the General Assembly. Let's see what we have here. You can't eliminate racism and racial discrimination. Racial discrimination you can, but that would take a lot of homogeneity. Am I saying that word right? Between races. And to have homogeneity between races, that is a kind of racism, but not racism, just understanding the culture of some people. And that's how you get rid of racial discrimination, by understanding the gray areas in between the stuff, so you would understand if a person works or not, and if a person is able to sync with you whatsoever. This, I was thinking about the workplace mostly, because I know since I've got here in France, I did have a lot of this statement. To see what countries agreed to this statement and who didn't. Okay, let's see who did agree. Vote is summary 106. Does it say who voted? Vote. Oh yeah. Let's see who did agree with a global call for action for the elimination of racism. Afghanistan, yes. Albania abstained. Oh, of course they abstain, Albania. They do know they have to be, UK has a lot of problems with Albania right now. And they still need to be on defense. Romania abstained? Okay. We're gonna see. Algeria, yes, of course, they do need a lot of things. Andorra, Angola, Antigua, Barbuda, Argentina, yes. Armenia abstained. Australia, no integration from Australia. But they're pretty no concrete action program. No from Australia. That's a surprise. Austria abstained because Austria is they can abstain because Austria is always like a very international place. International, not just from one part or the other, just from all of the world. All the great artists, all the great thinkers went at some point into Austria. Azerbaijan, yes. Bahamas, yes. Bangladesh, Barbados, Belarus. Okay, so Belgium abstained. Belize. Okay, so all the third world countries usually said yes. From what I can see of Brazil, of course. Brunei. Bulgaria abstained. Burkina Faso. What did Burkina Faso say? We don't know. Burundi, Cabo Verde, Cambodia, Cameroon. Canada, no. Well, Canada, I think Canada said no because they don't have that. They don't have that. For them, they're very progressive and inclusive. Central African Republic, Chad, yes. Chile, yes. China, of course, yes. We will do everything. Come into our camps. We know how China loves their racism and everything. Colombia, yes. Comoros, Costa Rica, Cote d'Ivoire, Croatia abstained. Croatia. Okay, so it seems that Czechia, no, of course. They have Czechia. I don't think they even have other races in Czechia. Like these are the people that are supposed to also give money, fund these things. So Democratic Republic of Korea. Okay, so this is South Korea, I guess. Democratic Republic of Congo, no. Oh, this is kind of based. No. Denmark abstained. Djibouti, Dominican Republic, yes. Ecuador, yes. Egypt, yes. El Salvador, Ecuador, Estonia abstained. Eswatini, Ethiopia, we don't know about what they said. Fiji, yes. Finland abstained. No. France, yes. Gabon, Gambia abstained. Georgia, no. Germany, yes. Ghana abstained. Greece, Grenada, yes. Guatemala, yes. No. Guyana, I think they're pretty cool. If I remembered Guyana, they're doing pretty well. Guyana, country in South America. Ooh. Guyana lifestyle, I guess. Okay. Ooh. Life. Where was it? Oh, I forgot how to call it. There was a... Wait, let me just... I will take the wrench out for now. But thank you for this. We have some things. If you have any more ranks, I'm gonna do this. I only have my best bro for now. Romania abstain. No, it appears that all the countries that are doing pretty good abstained. That are first world, they abstained. You see, Hungary, like they're coming out of being poor, they abstained. Iceland abstained. Honduras, yes. India, yes. Indonesia, yes. Iran, yes, of course. Iraq, yes, of course. Ireland abstained. First world countries all abstained. Israel, no. Italy abstained. Jamaica, yes. Japan abstained. Jordan, Kazakhstan, Kenya, Kiribati, Kuwait, Kyrgyzstan, Laos People Democratic Republic. I don't know what that is, but it's a pretty interesting name for a country. Laos People Democratic Republic. Latvia abstained. Lebanon, Lesotho, Liberia, Libya, yes. Liechtenstein abstained. Lithuania. Well, this is mostly Europe that is abstaining because we have other things to do. Yes, Malaysia, yes, Maldives, yes, Mali. Malta, of course, abstained. Marshall Island. Mauritania, Mauritius, yes. This is where one of our politicians went after evading prison. Yes, Mexico, Monaco abstained, of course. Montenegro abstained. So you can see that every European country abstains, and the first world countries that are on top, like on the top of progressives, say no. No, Netherlands. I just said that. New Zealand abstained. Niger. Oh, did I just... Oh, come on. Oh, you got me. Oh, this country got me. Ah, Niger. Abstain. Nigeria. Now, I have the only person that can cut my hair properly here in France. He's from Nigeria. And he abstained. I understand. North Macedonia, of course, abstained. Norway abstained. Pakistan, Panama. Okay, so Peru, Philippines, Poland, Portugal. Poland abstained, of course. Portugal abstained. Okay, so Moldova, of course, abstained. Korea abstained. Russian Federation, yes. Rwanda, yes. San Marino abstained. Okay, so it's basically Europe abstained into this. Slovenia, no. Not all Europe. Slovakia, yes. Somalia, yes. Abstained. Switzerland and Sweden, of course. How did Sweden abstain? Swedistan. How did Swedistan abstain? That's quite curious. No, United Kingdom. Oh, of course, they're a bunch of cocks. No, United States, of course. But that's pretty nice. That's they say no. A global call for concrete action for the elimination of access. Intolerance the follow up the Durban Declaration and Program Action Resolution adopted by General Assembly. Does it World United Nations World Economic Forum, you're all into this, and I don't like it. I don't like it when you're going into this. This is the present. But it was in 2020 done, this one, and it was adopted. But what is the concrete action for the elimination of racism, after all? This is the question. The only way to implement a concrete action for the elimination of racism is to implement communism, because that way you're all supposed to work. Everyone is supposed to work for the state, and not get a lot of it. You're gonna do the whole thing. We're not gonna discriminate. You're all gonna work. You're all gonna work your ass off until the end of the day, and you'll be happy at the end of the day, because you will own nothing and you will be happy. I don't think there is any concrete action for the elimination of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, without actually increasing the connections into the community, into that certain place where racism, racial discrimination, and xenophobia is prevalent. But hey, I'm just a person doing a random stream in the present. Nothing new there. But the voting summary was yes, 106, and no, 14. The thing is, that's the thing I also don't like about this calls, unless you do come with a solution. Bible text. Come on, let me just see if I can. What is a record bib? The elimination of racism. First thing, racism seems to be now like already an action. To be, if you are a racist, if you distinguish between races, you are a racist. But what I distinguish most is the way they have been raised. And I see many times that people just use their race or the race of the people, the color they are, just to integrate there between them, because that way you will, usually most of us just copy other persons, and if they have the same race as us, we're gonna copy them, and that's not always a good thing, since everyone copies everyone. And if you don't have family, the solution for the elimination of racism is always increasing family bonds and trust between family members. and friends. So doing the extra step for someone is always the best way, the only concrete action for the elimination of racism and racial discrimination. Xenophobia, I don't think so. Xenophobia is really weird to diagnose, but the thing is that people don't want to invest into this. I like the United Nations are not the best into doing this kind of stuff. As you've seen, the United Nations until now, they did anything like immense in the last year? Like, I think they can have a concrete action. Can I see it everywhere where a comprehensive racial discrimination? Of course, there's always gonna be a racial with the aim, right? Implementation World Summit for social. Is this the one? I don't know how to see it. Indigenous people, Human Rights Council. The administration of justice, well, I see it not working really good because people can see that nothing works like properly now. People are losing faith into every authorities. Oh, maybe this will work. Notepad. No. Fuck, this is coding. But yeah, I'm not gonna pay a company to tell me that I'm racist. That's the basic part, until I know I have enough money to care about these things and not have to pay to be told that I'm racist. This is the only thing what I don't like usually. I am paying taxes to people that don't even ever have to work, but just going to tell me that they're racist. Like, the best way, another concrete way to eliminate racism is to have a couple of drinks or activities with other communities, like community activities, not just running. This running thing is always like, I know running makes you feel good and makes you feel like you are supposed to tell people what to do, but I don't see a lot of games that are acceptable to all communities and that are willing to play. Like, you go into the parks, you don't have many, not even games anymore. You don't even play football. Who even plays football without not football, just passes around talking about stuff? Everything goes back to there. I abstain. my answer is to abstain. Was Romania abstaining? Is Romanian? Okay. Yeah, abstained. it's yeah, I'm abstaining as well from this, because I've seen a lot of grifting on the elimination of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, LGBT, homophobia, LGBTQ plus alphabetizidiodia, and that's not where I want my money to go. I do enjoy some. Oh, come on, where is Santa? I'm still trying to find Santa. Let's see the victims of communism. Many of us remember the shadows of communism, but the victims of capitalism are the best. My hotel room in random Scott with a duck and like. I don't need a duck, but the card says this duck is yours to take home and join you on your future travels. And yes, I am fully aware that this is manipulative capitalism at its finest. But I can't just leave, Edwin. Capitalism. These are the problems of capitalism nowadays. And communism, alright. That was not our best time. I still don't understand why people here in France still think that communism is a good idea. Well, not just in France, but in every country, because after all, you're just gonna make an enemy out of the state at the end of the day. And you have to create a parallel
health authorities.
The parallel state, which I don't think it's possible to do if you're not able to speak the same language and manage to understand multiple concepts. But where is this? Can I see this? Can I find it? I can't find it. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, I'm still searching for the Santa. 2 hours later and I'm still searching for the Santa. Oh, come on. Come on, Santa. But, where is it? Santa. School. Is this the one? Allegories City Schools. Where was it? Can I find a video? Twitter, I guess. Because now I've lost it, everyone. I've lost it. Basically, there was a Santa going to a school because sharing the shots to the children and warming himself at a projection of a fire burning, like the fire burning inside a stove. What do you call that thing that you are? Oscar, what did you get with the lights of the burning coals? What was it called? Oh, I'm having such a big lapsus. Jar, of course, but what does it display? It's a shaman. Okay, come on, let's just translate it. Chemineu. Okay. fireplace. Okay, there was this projection on a wall of a fireplace. Yeah, there it is. Of a fireplace, and Santa was warming up, and it kind of reminded me of that old story, in which that old cave story, where people were looking at a wall, and there was a fire behind them, and they were just looking at the wall, at the shadows, always. That was their whole activity, just looking at the shadows and thinking that was life. And talking about the shadows, making stories about the shadows, until one person of those persons that were always looking at the walls somehow manages to get out and see the light and the sun and everything that happens. And he returns back to the cave and tells people that there is light out there, there are shadows, there are flowers, there is everything that's beautiful, but he's considered a crazy person because the shadows and the cave is all there is, and that's the way to be. And it also reminded me of the illusion of what people are trying to make. Like, you have Santa, first of all. You have Santa warming himself at the projection of a fireplace, right? Now, Santa is, of course, the first illusion that children in schools already know that that's not Santa anymore, but alright. Then you have a projection of a fireplace in which Santa was actually simulating like he's warming up. That didn't help, of course, to provide the same illusion that the vaccines do. What kind of V's do. Like, it gives you the same impression. Like, it looks like in the media, it looks like they're doing something, like it warms your soul, it makes you feel alright, but basically it's just an illusion. And that's what I'm trying to search and feel very bad that I'm not finding, to just show you that moment. Oh, I'm so annoying. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it was there all along. It was in front of me all along. Come on. Let me just get this from distracting people. Alright. 2 hours later, but I found it. Come on.
It was elementary school today. There was a vaccine clinic for kids there. The students had a chance to get vaccinated for the holidays while meeting up with Santa. The principal at Meadows Elementary just wanted to bring some extra support for kids who might have been scared to receive the vaccine.
Look, look what's going on. This is the world right now. This is Santa telling you that, hey, if you look at this and it looks like a cure, if it looks like a cure, if it looks like it's working, then it's working. So basically everyone is out of their minds lately. Yeah.
Scared to receive the vaccine.
Look.
Just something to spread holiday cheer.
Holiday cheer. Holiday cheer, let me get stabbed.
Make this not a scary event, a fun event. Trying to tell kids that we're just here to support them.
Yeah, how are you supporting them?
Santa has shared with Dr.
Event.
Is Santa supporting them?
Trying to tell kids that we're just here to support them.
Santa has shared with Dr. Fountain.
I due to YouTube's laws, I cannot say, but I think you know my answer very well.
He has his booster in time for Christmas. The students also received some goodies for doing a good job.
Doing a good job, remember? You're such a good boy. Such a good boy, thinking that shot. Oh, the poor cat. But here's the most fucked up thing about all of this is that some parents are actually required to, just like in the workplace thing, where let's say your boss, your supervisor, and everyone. It's sad that the kids aren't poor. It might be, but I think they already got, because the ones that were poor could get the vaccines because they had the possibility of the doctors have the possibility of requesting like refunds and donations for this kind of crap, because they're poor, and so they will still receive the money and give the shot. But they should be. But the ones that got away from the system, those were the lucky ones. The only luck they had. But yeah, this is actually what is going on with all the take the shot thing. This is the only thing that reminds me. This is what made me want to do the stream, like this over here. Okay, take the shot. It will help you. This is the same illusion and the same effect it had. Basically, this was all. You're warming up at wall. You're actually warming up at the wall, and you have gloves. Dude, you're just doing it for. So what do you think the future presents into us? What do you think the future presents to us? Because we had the past, we had the future. This is the present. No, we had the past, we have the present. I think it's time to think what the future will bring us on. Well, it will bring us more taxes, but apparently The Economist or some kind of financial news outlet did say that it might be the stock year of having the same vibe of 1967, which apparently was a good one for unexpected things might happen. But oh, no way. Apparently the price of pasta is surging, but discounts could be next. Okay, dry and fresh pasta prices have jumped 45% over the past year. A lag effect from the wink wink 2021 drought. 2021 drought. Okay, let's see, can we ladder this? Let me just 12. Do a little thing here. Let's see how they're it's not getting through. Can I get it? I don't know where it's going, but no, I can't get past. I can't get past this. Let's see if I can get past this. I have to remove some of the stuff. I'm doing some parallel state things right now, and I'm not sure if they're working. But imagine pasta, if the rice is even rice, the only things that are cheaper to keep you alive. I think it's sad that the kids aren't poor. The kids will be poor. You said that this thing, they will be poor soon enough, because even the pasta will be surging. What the next thing you will have to eat is the bugs, because that's what the future is, protecting us. Let's think about the future. Let's see what we've learned that the future will be. Because we remember it. This is after all a very... Where is it? Where is it? Where is the future as we know it? Just give me a second, because I have the future. I have the future. And just remember that this is not is not... Oh, they took it down, but we have another one. Don't worry. Get ready for 2023 another time. For 2020, but you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Of course, always. Whatever you want, you'll rent, because personal property will be abolished, because you'll be too poor to have personal property. You'll be our personal property. Always. I do enjoy it always. I have a nice remembering. A handful of countries will dominate, apparently. Well, it will be China and probably the US. You won't die waiting for an organ donor. We won't run. We'll print new ones instead. We'll print new organs. We're gonna create those babies in the in the petri dishes, because why not? We're gonna harvest those aborted babies in Ukraine. if we remember what some of the horrible things they were doing back there was. Those hidden hospitals paid millions to do tests with aborted babies. You'll eat much less meat. This will always, like, I will always love this, to know that we'll eat much less meat. An occasional trip, not a stample. Check your privilege. You just have one occasional treat. I think the best thing to do right now is to own some land and start having some farms. I think this is the best investment, especially since more and more people are going monk mode. Just find a place that has some water and a pretty decent price for energy, because you still need some current. Internet, you can go Starlink, and then you're pretty well off to starting doing some raising some sheep, raising some animals, because they will have occasional treats. Yeah, do basically the opposite of what they're advertising. It's not doing the opposite, it's doing it in spite. Doing everything you can in spite. It basically is to produce. Your thing is to produce more than you can consume and keep it for later days, to learn to preserve. because they're not learning to preserve. So my dream will be a Lamborghini tractor. Oh, that would be a cool one. My father wants that as well, but I don't think he puts too much thought into it. Refugees welcome. Oh yes. The best way to welcome and integrate refugees is for refugees to and immigrants to actually share the information beforehand with everyone properly, because you will meet a lot of obstacles when trying to do your paperwork. So knowing exactly your paperwork and the language, of course, it's and your rights and how much you should and should not put into a work, knowing how much they try to skin you alive for everything you do. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the wall as well. Because that's the future. That's the only way to integrate. Actually, refugees have to integrate themselves better. Because I know they're saying, you can see a lot of countries and organizations, like they're saying like, oh, you're welcome, we will help you. No, they will help anyone who makes the list and the checkpoints that they need to get more finances from you. Those people will be allowed to do, but it will be a 50-50 thing. But normal and actual people that are going into work and trying new things, the mediocre people like that actually want to be a part of the community, it's quite impossible. Like when I came here in France, like the only way I learned how to circle and have the same privileges that French people had is by just talking to other immigrants, because that were there longer, because they were the only one that told me what paperwork should I do, what rights do I have, what shouldn't I accept or should I accept. Because every time I ask the French something, they will like, you don't have this and you don't have this. They don't tell you where to get it, what to do, what do you need. They will just go you paper by paper by paper by paper, like each time. And that's a weird story to tell, but it is true. Learning how to do the paperwork in a different country is the most important thing to do to assimilate in that country, to do the paperwork and what that paperwork actually means. Polluters will have to pay to emit carbon dioxide. So this one is the current thing right now, because polluters will have to pay. So that means higher prices. That means you have to pay more, while you will be paid the same amount. Because after all, that's not the solution. There will be a global price on carbon. This will help make the fossil fuels history. Yeah, they're trying right now. They thought this was the moment, but winter is coming, my friends. Winter is coming, and the gas is cheap. And weirdly, in Russia, the gas is not cheap. It is cheap, actually. It is cheap. It's expensive here. In Russia, it's cheap. Sorry about that. Okay. You could be preparing to go to Mars. well, people are already preparing for a long time, but I think someone will go to the moon this year. How to keep you healthy in space. Now this is what they're doing now is tests. You can't actually, we won't be able to see this for another 100 years to actually send a human, because it's a lot of things people need to take care of before sending someone into space. Alien, to find alien life, we get it. We might see alien life, but they might not have evolved with our angels and demons, so they probably won't be as interesting as we think. Breaking point, Western values, are they? They're already tested to the breaking point. They're already tested. Don't be a simp. Checks and balances that underpin our democracy might not be forgotten. Well, they are trying to make us forget it every time a check and balance that underpin our democracy, some money that is sent somewhere, you know, as those $3.4 million invested in Twitter by the FBI from the common people to block any Biden information and to suspend accounts that made even jokes. That was a nice one as well. Okay. Always checking balances that underprint. 2016. Okay, and let me find the wall, because I always love the wall. Build back better. They always say build back better. If you see something build back better, just run. Don't give any money into build back better. That's the way of them trying to take everything, every palpable thing, and put it in the digital, like your money, which will be an interesting thing to see, because you will soon see beggars with those what do you call, wireless tapping thing, like, hey, do you want to donate? And then they put a price, like, how much do you want to donate? 30 cents, and then you put the card on and they'll donate. Live in a wall. Where is it? Wall. Oh no, it's not the wall, it's the line. Neom. Oh, let's see the future. This is the Ghost of Christmas future. Get ready.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature. Now, a revolution in civilization is taking place. Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The line will...
Nature will always be a good reason for you to sit in close quarters with an entire city and not see the sky anymore. You will just see projections of the sky. How sad would that be?
Will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And we are designing it to provide a healthier, more sustainable quality of life.
Oh, you're gonna work in that. You're gonna work in the wall. You're gonna live in the wall. You're gonna be the wall. You're not gonna see the nature anymore. Oh.
The line's communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods. And the line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in zero carbon emissions.
Who would live there? Well, there will be a lot of people that will live there, but you know where they live? They live here on top. They're gonna be a lot of people that would be not only paid but will receive good compensation, like the people that were doing the same thing with the V's, you know, promoting the V's. Everything that was V related or democratic related was pushed to the front. So that's what it is funded. It's always funded that it's progress, because this is progress, everyone. Live in the wall. And just so you know, listen here. Where was it? Okay. The infrastructure, because we're already getting into this.
Infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in zero carbon emissions. By leveraging AI technology, service...
No, where was the... Oh yeah, the quarters. Like, see, here it's nice. It gives you the impression like you're gonna be like on this square and you're gonna watch the sky. But the sky, you will have to travel like 10 minutes with 100 people in the elevators, and you'll have just some quarters to see the reflection of the sun in here. Oh, it's gonna be nice. But
Line's communities are organized in 3 dimensions.
Okay, so the communities are already organized. Just so you know.
Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods.
Keep this in mind, the 5-minute walk neighborhoods. Keep this in mind for a future video I'm gonna show you after this one.
And the line's
you will learn soon who will live there.
infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in zero carbon emissions.
Hey, as long as there's zero carbon emissions, you can just live in the wall. They're not like prisoners, because they're gonna be used, like it's gonna be described as being such a helpful for the planet situation. Like they're helping the planet, like they're all gonna be a little brainwashed into saying that they're doing the best for the planet, that they will live there. But first of all, the first years of its construction, the only people that are going to live there is the construction worker, the underpaid construction workers, and probably slaves that are gonna be buried there into the walls. And later on it will be just vacation. Here will be the vacation houses on the top, and underneath there will be, just like here in the cities, in the, you know, the cartels and the bad places. It's gonna be on the first level. It's gonna be awesome.
By leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort.
Oh, it's gonna be nice with the AI. And if you don't know how to code, learn how to code, learn how to trick the AI. It's kind of cool. And also, just so you know, the open AI, the chat AI that tells you information and has no way whatsoever, now will not provide you fossil fuel as an alternative of energy, because they removed that from its programming. So they are already putting their vision in the AI programming, which is kind of wild.
Designed by world-leading architects, the line is 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide, 170 kilometers long, and housed within an elegant mirror glass facade.
Oh, it's gonna be elegant here. you won't have the probability of being like right here looking at the elegant glass facade, the mirror glass facade. I don't know how this will not burn the entire like life that won't be here, but apparently will help the biodiversity. The biodiversity will be burned to death by the mirror glass facade. Oh, this seems like a total nightmare.
Intelligent solutions create efficiency and year-round temperate microclimate with natural ventilation.
Natural ventilation. Hey, you know, this is the future when they are like promoting natural ventilation. Natural ventilation. You will have natural ventilation, everyone. And you're paying for it. Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Energy and water supply.
Like breathing air. It's natural ventilation right now. And you're gonna drink your own piss, by the way.
Are 100% renewable. The line is designed as a series of unique communities, offering a
unique communities. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. I will, if I could live and see this. If this is funded after all. I hope it isn't funded, but someone will fund it, and it sounds very possible. We're in the future right now, and if we're thinking in the future where everything's possible, this is possible, and we're gonna see some great communities here. Oh, some communities.
Wealth of amenities, providing equitable views and immediate.
Like everyone will be in their own room just working. At the end of the day, that will be the whole communities to the same goal: eating bugs.
Immediate access to the
Equitable views and immediate access to the surrounded nature. Here's the thing. Equitable views and immediate access to the surrounding nature. The only way you'll see it is through VR. And once a year, you will get to have a walk, I think.
Immediate access to the surrounding nature. With 40% of the world accessible within 6 hours, at the heart of the globe's key trade routes, a place for commerce and communities to thrive like nothing on earth seen.
It should be in the middle of the desert. Don't you want to go in the middle of the desert and a walk outside the line, where, of course, the sun will reflect. You won't be able to go. Just where would you? If you're going outside too much, like the sun, I want to see that mirror thing. How will it survive? Because I think it will be just burning inside one way or the
Place
other.
for commerce and communities to thrive like nothing on earth seen before. The Line, the city that delivers new wonders for the world.
It is in the middle of the desert, but it's still where communities are. There are still communities, even in the heart of the desert. Because that's how people are. They live anywhere. But this brings me to the last one. And then we can... Where is it? Can I find it here? I do like it. Let's see the concept. Can I find a... There was another... I know the concept here. This is it, but I don't see any subtitles to this. Let's see, does it say something? No way! Oh, I gotta show you this afterwards. Oh yes, this is it. Oh, this is great. This is great. I didn't even expect it, but thank you, YouTube. You made it. Because it's another thing, another concept promoted by the World Economic Forum is the 15-minute city. As Paris is planning to become a 15-minute city, where everything you need is within a 15-minute radius on foot. The aim is, again, to cut car use, resulting in fewer CO2 emissions and cleaner air, along with a more pleasant urban life. Now, I don't know if you went to Paris, but it's quite big. It's quite big. And they're planning to make a 15-minute around the way. But let's see more details about it, because while it says it can do that, that doesn't mean that's the result of 15-minute cities. Wants every street to have a cycle lane by 2024. Now that's acceptable to have a cycle lane everywhere, though it should be just for mostly just for relaxation, not going to work in a cold winter, as you're trying to get to work as soon as possible, because you don't want to be late to your overlord. Removing 60,000 parking spots. Oh, proposes removing 60,000. Oh, in Paris? Do you know how full Paris is of people? To remove another 60,000 parking spots? Oh my god. Replacing them with green space, allotments, and playgrounds instead. Now, I like this view of Paris, of being, having 2 or 3 people, but this is not how it is here. When you go here, like, it's full of people during the warm period, during the touristic times of visiting. Like, you have to wait a lot to be able to make a clear picture, and you have to clear a lot of people. Apparently Paris has already banned cars on one Sunday a month and along the river Seine, and that's alright. People do need to walk there a lot, because what else can you do in Paris? Go on the outskirts and be killed? And during lockdown, created 50 more cycle lanes. Now you see what they did during lockdown. They didn't work on actually creating a vaccine that would actually, what should it do? Prevent and stop it from spreading. No. More bike lanes, everyone. Are used for multiple. In the 15-minute city, buildings are used for multiple purposes. Schools might host different activities at the weekend, for example. So it's gonna be a melange. Like, today you go to school, tomorrow you go into the club. In the same building. The same building will provide you with different sorts of memories, so your lifestyle won't have any sense anymore. This is actually a test of living in the line, by the way. It's you're learning how to live in close quarters. We're slowly living in close quarters. To nurture local pride, amor des lieux in urban dwellers. Now, I've seen this local pride, and I can say it's not as fun as it turns to be, because this also means, this local pride also means being quite defensive when your pride is just alright. When the things that you are most proud of for others is just alright. Trust me, I had this events and they were quite offended when I said like, yeah, it was alright, I liked it. Instead of, oh my god, that was genius. Oh my god, that was genius. You should do this more often. Like, maybe they should, but I don't tell them what to do, man. But each time I tell people that something it's alright, they seem to make this this weird reaction. They seem to have this weird reaction. So while I do believe that it is nice to nurture the loving of the place that you're living in and the quarters you are visiting, local pride, it's still pretty weird, because pride is a sin after all. Don't forget. But enjoying and nurturing, having love, local love, might have been better. The pandemic has led many cities to rethink design. Did it now, as people keep to their local area. Oh, they keep to the local area because it's some places are too long, some places are too expensive to go by. Have you been, like in London, for example, like it's so expensive to move to one part of the other just by metro or by car. It's not that the pandemic is the reason that, or the fact that they enjoy the local area that makes them just circle in the local area. It's just that the local area is the most affordable place to go in, and sometimes getting out is the best way. Paris isn't the first. Melbourne is testing out 20-minute neighborhoods. Oh, Melbourne. That's very nice. Some critics say that hyperlocalism could inhibit the cluster effect, often cited as the key to the success of cities. Yes, that's the thing here. Like, I've noticed I live in one of these small kind of cities. Like, it's not hyper populated yet. It's pretty alright. I live in the center of it, so everything is in the center. I'm not discovering a lot of things outside of it, because there are not a lot of things outside of it. And it inhibits, of course, the cluster effect, in which you could see more diversity of feelings and more possibilities. Like, if you already have pride in some kind of shops, one type of shop, then the other types of shops wouldn't be seen as great, so you will see the same reaction as I said earlier, an irking that they would have for something different. And that's not pretty good to actually innovation. Whereby specialists and their competitors work in close proximity, leading to faster innovation. Because you do need to have some competition, and if you have just local pride, Like there won't be competition. It would just be greasing hands of friends. That's basically it. And you're not actually innovating. You're just taking from the people that are in need of something and don't have anything else. So you're the only thing there that goes. So you're proud of that. You're proud of being the last resort, and the last resort sucking sometimes. Milan is running a 15-minute pilot in the Lazaretto area. I'm quite curious how are the Italian doing about this, because they also have great cities, but you see it's not in Rome. Like Milan was always kind of a more of a trying kind of a city. That's why they have the fashion. That's why they will always into this kind of thinking. But it's always good to try smaller quarters, but always have to open it to a longer one, because this is not alright to slowly being quartered into lower and lower areas of action. Okay. Based on work by Jane Jacobs, who thought a neighborhood wasn't just about buildings but social networks too. It is indeed about social networks too. Greasing one another's hand, as I said earlier. But having just a 15-minute neighborhood does suck if you're young. If you're old, that's alright. This is the best for being old. Like, you have all your amenities, like, you know, you're already used to everything that is around you, so change wouldn't matter. You're old, you just like to have everything in a 5-minute walk. It is a great concept, but the 15-minute ones, but it's a slippery. I guess it's a small slippery slope into just getting used to being close quarters with everyone. I still like to walk around interesting things, like taking a 1-hour walk to see a hill or something interesting. I still do like that, but this 15-minute things are very good for tourists that want to see everything in 15 minutes, and I am one of those people, because I do like visiting, but at the same time everyone would be visiting in the same place, so you will be at the queues all the time. But yeah, here that's
what's the worst?
That's all. We have almost 3 hours of this stream. Okay, and this all started because I've seen Santa waving at the fire, but we've seen the future. We'll be living in 15-minute cities, 5-minute cities for the line people in 2050. We'll be eating the bugs. Well, unless we start doing some push-ups today. The only way to avoid this thing is to do some push-ups and integrate our shadows, after all. And God help us, because we know we have a lot of help we need. No, we need a lot of help into integrating our shadows properly. to become the most holy persons we can be, and not die while doing that. That is the point of living, after all. Living too. So when you meet death and walk with it in your final walk, you would have things to talk about, things to remember, things to be proud of when the things go on. But is it a helpful future? Is it a hopeful future? We don't know. I don't know, but why wouldn't it be? Everything always goes to hell. Nobody is continuing culture, all creating culture anymore, so the best thing it is to be constant into everything, right? Because as you're being constant, you're creating a small tradition. Let's say not for others, but for yourself. And traditions do lead to innovation, by the way. And remembering. And remembering is used for the pattern finding, and pattern finding also helps with reducing unfortunate situations in our lives, allegedly. And don't fap, don't watch porn. If you feel like fapping sometimes, I don't know if it's alright, I don't recommend it. But porn, remove it. Simping, remove it. Let's make 2023 a no simp year. Like the 2023 will be the year where people stop simping. Is this a good wish for the end of the stream? I think it is. I think it is. Now, I do hope that you enjoy this time. I did enjoy this time with you. We've talked about the past, we talked about the present, we talked about the future. It was a good time. I hope you did. You're gonna have some great holidays. Christmas is almost over for some. For me, it's already over. I'm glad you enjoyed. And for those that won't pass again here, I do hope that you'll have a great new year. It's always Christmas. Well, it's always Christmas, of course. But we're gonna make a 2023. We're gonna create a cure for simping. Can you create a cure for simping? For being weak? We're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm just gonna have to complete the documentation of Amanita, because damn, she's a tricky one, and I think we can. Of course, always going to the gym is a good idea. I am not going to the gym yet because, as you already know, this is the third gym I'm trying to go to. You see, if you are awesome or an animal, you ain't simping. Now, I think I might be the biggest simp in the world, but the thing is, I wasn't simping for women. I was just simping for things, for some other, from external things towards external things, and I think that's a big no. I just realized that today I was just simping for the acceptance of some other people, I guess, external factors, because I'm gonna go into the whole simping, because simping is not just for women, even though at the end of the day sometimes it is for women, but sometimes it is for money, sometimes it is for even for a day off, because simping goes way deeper than that. It's a symptom. It's a symptom of the whore of Babylon dying, which is a grateful thing. Which is a progress in our history, and I do hope we will make it. We'll make 20. Like, I don't hope. I can see it already. 2023. It's weird, but it's the year for me. That's what everyone should tell themselves. 2023 is the year for me, because I don't know other rhymes for 2023. Yeah, alcohol is not needed, as we can see. Cigarettes are not needed. Vaping is not needed. Actually, the more you control your need, the less you need, the happier you are. However, to have lesser needs, you have to produce more. And to produce more, you have to do more things. So, if you're planning on doing things, just leave one of these streams open, so it will help me gain some hours. But do stuff. Just don't lose yourself into watching YouTube videos like I did a couple of times, just without doing anything. But yeah, don't forget that can also be an addiction without creating anything. Like, if you're gonna watch some YouTube, just do the writers do the sprints. Let's see, is any in which they set certain amount of times in which they are productive. They are writing, but you can do 20 minutes of something else and then talk about what you did. Now, I guess I've spread it enough. Whatever I did spread, because I can't call it advice, because I don't offer advice, because I don't know advice, because advice is not the same from one person to another. It's just that the basic thing is learning to better accept what life throws at you is the best way. And of course that means integrating the Joker into your life, meaning that you can see also the funny side of the tragedies that are coming. However, do not see it as psycho funny, but the funny side. And if you're able to see the funny side, then you're able to, what does the tree does with the wind, adjust itself with the wind. It's not broken by the wind, but it just slowly goes one side and the other. It's flexible, flexes himself. So for 2023, the year of the big flex, that's what we're gonna call the 2023, the biggest flex. We're gonna learn how to be flex, how to flexible, and flex style, flex. So yeah, good night. I have heart of courage to give you courage for whatever it is to be in this world, whatever it is to come in your way. Do not take it personally. It is just life doing its thing. So learn to accept it without as much distraction as possible, as little distraction as possible, as little sedation as possible. Take care of the food you're taking in. Don't eat the bugs. let's put the prayer on. As I do sing prayer and sing, or sing in prayer. Which one should it be? I think we should do the prayer. And then I'll do my singing, because thank you for reminding me. We would do 2 streams without the prayer and the singing. That would be like not okay. Like totally not. Oh, also learn how to whistle. Because if there's something we did this year, our only achievement is learn how to whistle. Next year we learn how to dance, and that's gonna be the best. You whistle a lot. I did whistle as well. No, we're gonna learn how to dance with the rhythm of life. Not necessarily just tectonic. We're gonna listen to everything. But until that New Year's resolutions come on, I wish you a good night. We're gonna see what we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn the rhythm, not to dance. We're gonna learn the rhythm. But almost tribal. Rain dance. We could make it rain. Or we could make it sunny. We will see. We will see what we're gonna do. Now, I wish you a great night. Oh, the prayer. Oh, you see the ADHD there? You see the ADHD? It's not good night. Let's say the prayer. Let's listen to the prayer.
There is much to be skeptical in this world. So it no longer surprises me.
Once again.
To learn how many people don't really believe in anything. What's the point? For many of us, the road is a difficult one. But the path is always there for us to follow, no matter how many times we may fall. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Naturally. Some days are harder than others, but I must try. We all have doubts. The light of the mind alone cannot burn away all darkness. Think on it and look in your heart. It will be for the best. When the walls come tumbling down, when you lose everything you have, you always have family. The fire that had kept me alive was love. Their love. God's love. Right. You're not so certain. Fair enough. We all go through periods of darkness. Of course. In a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness. In such times we can turn to the Lord, but it's good to have friends. And the good Lord knows there's much to be done here. You're a good neighbor to us. Thank you. Until then, God be with you.
Now I feel much better that we did it, and let's close it up before the ending song, with another thing that we've learned this year. Okay. Yes, but it's a Sunday and it's just 12, almost 12 at night, so they can't help me that much because I was silent all day, alright? It's alright. Now imagine if I'm living in the wall right there. I'm gonna be such a good neighbor. They're gonna come with the police at me. But no, for this kind of things, for 10 seconds, I think they will like me, because it's a violin. Who hates on a violin after all? But yes, be strong, everyone, and until next week, have a great week. Have a great start of the week, because tomorrow is Monday and we're still working, everyone. These wages, these brookies, these simps, we're still simping for some money. So work on your thing, do your thing, stop being distracted, and create something for tomorrow.